the various types of product OEMs. Now, based on the work that we have done over the last 15, 20 years, we have seen that in software, there are four types broadly that are there when it comes to OEMs. One is you are trying to OEM the software at a source code level. The other approach is you're kind of building a component and you're trying to OEM that as a component within a large ecosystem. The third kind of a solution is where you have a comprehensive solution. Maybe it's one workflow, multiple workflows it caters to, and but you're almost having like it like a service and a solution. And the fourth thing that is emerging, and we may not get time too much to spend on it, so the whole marketplace concept. So when you are trying to sell or attract a certain community of users towards your product, so therefore embedding that software in that community or that marketplace makes it more interesting for you. So based on this classification, we have seen that mostly the developer community or people who are building software that targets developers, they focus more on the startup kind of. They focus more on the source code type of licensing, whereas startups and mid-sized company more focus on component based, and the mid to large platforms focus on the solution sort of an OEM approach. And of course, there's the community side which focus on completely depending on that marketplace and the community for licensing their software. Some examples here, mostly developers come up with frameworks. This could be low code, no code frameworks. This could be JavaScript frameworks for accomplishing something. So those are generally the toolkits and solutions that you see in that segment. Uh, Skim through, we talked about a few couple of slides before. That's a good example of a component-based license where the product is not evolved like a big solution in itself. It's smaller, and therefore it's kind of it's more embedded like an AI engine into a platform. Of course, some mid-sized companies also might think like Workato might fit in there, and Workato also fits into a large platform which enables the OEMs. So it's also one, and there are many other examples of large solutions which look at themselves as an OEM sort of a platform. And when it comes to community, it's more like a Salesforce kind of a model, and then various developers or software companies trying to build features using the Salesforce platform and putting their solution and selling there. Now, one more important aspect is how do you brand when it comes to these different approaches. In the component and the source level approach, we see that mostly it's white label. They don't really want to project their brand in such a big way, and that's because it works better from that perspective. Not that they're not brand conscious, but mostly these approaches lend better to white label solutions. Whereas in a large platform or a mid-sized platform, and that you're trying to OEM, or in a community situation, in most cases it is co-branded. That means brands of both the companies, the platform company and the OEM provider, is equally and visibly visible to the end customer. So this is the types and approach and the classification that we have.